So today we're going to start our lessons on learning how to do multiple digit multiplication. Okay, multiple digit multiplication. All right, but we're going to start that by applying what we already know with our single digit multiplication. All right, now remember, multiplication is simple. All it is a faster, quicker way of adding the same number multiple times. Right? For example, if I was to multiply 3 times 3, it would be simply the same thing as adding 3 times, right? 3 times 3 is 9. If I add 3 plus 3 plus 3, that also equals 9. It's just a simpler form of adding those numbers, okay? Now, the reason this is relevant is because we have to make sure that we're going to be using this stuff for the rest of our lives, right? Multiplication is one of those things that whether you realize it or not, you're going to do it constantly over and over again. Alright, now today's lesson I expect you to be calm, quiet, in your seat. Don't talk unless I ask you to, okay? And I expect you to be attentive. Now, somebody say, well, how would I use multiplication in a real life situation, right? Well, think about this for just a second. Fast forward 25 years from now, and you've got a little boy. And your little boy has a birthday party, right? Well, what are some of the things that you eat at birthday parties? Yes. Yes, sir. Cake. Okay. What's something else? Yes, ma'am. Hot dogs. Okay. Let's use hot dogs for example. Okay, so it's your son's birthday party and they like to eat hot dogs. Alright? And he's got 10 friends over. Each person is going to eat 2 hot dogs. How many hot dogs do I need to order? It's 20, absolutely. Now, isn't that a lot faster than me saying, okay, I've got 10 people and I've got 2, and so isn't that much faster than trying to add all those 2's together? That's why multiplication is important. It makes adding easier and faster, right? Alright, now, it's important to also remember that there are some shortcuts, and there's always little mental notes that you need to have in your mind. For example, your ones. 1 times any number always gives you what? Always gives you that number. That's exactly right. It always gives you that number. For example, 1 times 2 equals 2. Absolutely. Good job. Now, and it really that makes... What if I said 1 times 100 million? What would it equal? 100 million. That's exactly right. Good job. So we know that 1 times any number always equals that number. Very good. Now, another easy mental note that we can always make are our zeros. 0 times any number always equals
0.
0 times any number always equals 0. That's exactly right. So what would 0 times 100 million be?
0.
0, absolutely. It doesn't matter what the number is. If you multiply it by 0, it equals 0. Right? Alright, very good. Now, another thing that we can always remember is very easy is the tens. Now you can skip count by 10 very easily. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's real easy as well, right? We got one easier than that. 10 times a number would simply be that number with a 0 added onto it. For example, 10 times 2, we've already done that, is that number with a 0. Right? Those are just quick shortcuts, but you already know all this. You guys, this is all review for you. You already know this. Alright? Now, as we get farther along, when we start doing our multiple digit multiplication, it's going to be simple. It's just going to be, we're going to break it down into single digits and follow the steps. Okay? Now, one thing to keep in mind though, is that we're always not going to be able to have those simple mental notes that we're going to be able to do, right? I mean, sometimes it's not going to be a 0 on 1. Or a 0, 1 or a 10, right? Sometimes it's going to be 2s, 5s, and so forth. Well, then you can skip counting those numbers, right? you can't skip count those things. And you guys already know how to do all that. That's all review for you. Alright? But just so we can get back, catch up, we'll work a few, okay? Alright, now, for example, I know that I can skip count by twos, right? If I did not know what 2 times 4 is, and I know you guys know that, but if I didn't know what 2 times 4 is, then I would simply skip count. I skip count by twos, right? 2, 4, 6, 8. So what does that give me? What's 2 times 4?
8.
Yes, exactly. Now, same thing. Now, I can skip count by 5s better than I can 3s. So I'm going to grab this 5 right here. 5, 10, 15. Very good. Very good. Now, 4s are a little different. 4s are a little different. It's a little harder. Okay, it's a little harder to skip count by 4s, but you can do it. Now, I'm going to go by 4s. 4, 8, 12, 16. That would be 16. But now, 4 times 4 is a double. You guys know what that is. You guys know those doubles, right? For example, what's 5 times 5? 25. Very good. Absolutely. Very good. Now, important thing to remember though, is this stuff's got to be able to be used in real life situations. So how can I put you guys in a real life situation? The way I can do that is to give you word problems. Word problems put you in the middle of a situation and they give you explaining terms to help you figure out what's going on. We did it earlier, right? We did it earlier. How about this word problem? Sorry for my sloppy handwriting. Alright. Jeff has 3 kids. Each kid needs 5 new outfits for school. Anybody want to guess why I chose the number 5 new outfits? How many days a week are there that we go to school?
5.
5. So they need a new outfit per day. Alright, so don't let that confuse you, but anyway. Jeff has 3 kids. Each kid needs 5 new outfits for school. How many outfits will Jeff need to buy? First thing, oh, you raised your hand so hard you about fell out your chair. Remember, word problems, the first thing you got to do is identify what's important and what's not important, right? Is it important that I asked you how many days per school we need to go? I mean, how many days we go to school per week? That's not important because that's not relevant to the question. The question tells you that each kid needs 5 new outfits. Excuse me. How many kids does he have? Yes, ma'am. 3. He's got 3 kids. How many outfits does each kid need?
5.
5. So now what's the easy way? Okay, I can do this one or 2 ways. I can come down here and I can say, kid 1, Kid 2. And kid 3. And each kid needs 5 outfits, right? He needs 5. This is a little girl. She needs 5. And this is another little mean little boy. He's got hair standing up on top of his head. He needs 5. So I can do 5 plus 5 plus 5, and I can figure out what that means. Okay, so I got 5 plus 5. That's another what, 10. So I come down here and I bring this 5 down. 10 plus 5, that's what? 15, right? So you have to count on your fingers and all that. It's just a waste of time, right? So I know that he needs to buy 15 outfits. Is that right? Or I could have simply come down here and said he's got 3 kids times 5 outfits, and that gives me what?
15.
15. Isn't that much faster than me having to take the time to draw each kid and how many outfits he needs and then adding it up in my head? That's why multiplication makes it so much easier. Now, I'll do one more for you. Do one more situation for you. How about money? We skip count with money more than we do anything, right? I mean, that's how you add money, because money is in denominations of $1, $5, $10, $20, $50, $100, or you got coins. You got a penny, a nickel, dime, so forth, and all those things. I mean, there's only one that you count by ones, and that's a penny or a $1 bill. The rest of it, in order to count, you need to know how to skip count or multiply, right? So money is a way that's also very important. All right, let's say Kim has $3 nickels. How much money does she have? Do not blurt out the answer. Now, Kim has 3 nickels. How much money does she have? Does this question give us does this word problem give us every bit of information we need? Yeah, actually it does. But see, what you're looking for is you're looking for another number. You're saying, well, what do I multiply the 3 by? Remember, it's a word problem. It's a real life situation. That's why word problems are good. They help you apply things. They make you apply it to the situation. The question is this right here. What is a nickel? It is a coin, absolutely. Who knows how much a nickel's worth? 5 cents. It's worth 5 cents. Now notice I said cent, not $5. 5 cents. So, Kim has 3 nickels. Each one worth 5 cents. How much money does she have? Should I add this? Should I add 5 cents 3 times? No. I can just do multiplication, right? 3 times 5 cents gives me what? 15 cents. Absolutely. 15 cents. See how that worked? Now, if I come down here and I said she also has 2 dimes. She also has 2 dimes. How much money does she have there? Not counting this, just counting this. 2 dimes. How much money does she have? Yes, sir. 15? Not quite. Okay, so here's the biggest question. How much is a dime worth? Yes, sir. 10. Okay, that works. 10 cents.
Oh, I didn't say 10.
All right, 10 cents. So again, I asked the question. How much money does she have? Yes, ma'am. She's got 20. How did you do that? You counted by tens how many times? 2. Yes. So she's got 20 cents. Now, if she reaches into her pocketbook, because Kim's a woman, so she probably don't keep money much in her pocket. So she reaches into her pocketbook. She pulls out 3 nickels and 2 dimes. How much money does she have altogether?